White tee faded, but the fit says clean. Steps too slow, but the bounce stay mean. Chair too cold, but the lean feel right. I say rest, but the stare on light. Breeze hit weak, but the stance set freeze. Ball too plain, but I pose with ease. Shade from nothing, but the angle hit. None of this plan, still frame that grit. Voice don't rise, but it fill the space. Thumbs in pockets like I own the place. Shoes been walked, but the arch don't fold. Scene got still when the drip got told. Take. Thread count low, but the vibe feel tall. No name sin, had him hit the wall. Backroom air, but the mood says stage. Hand on chin like I'm reading the page. Mirror too dusty, reflection crisp. Breath too flat, but I move with lisp. Tuck too weird, but the look too tight. Flinch one slow when they dim the light. Buzz came late, but I logged in cool. Fit look plain, but I bent that rule. Strap hang low, but the drop got form. Zone too warm, but I walk through storm. Break. Plain shirt, gospel, no chain flash. Post so minor, frame went loud. Lean like sermon, no need cash. Zone turn gold when I stood proud. Cuffs not pressed, but the wrist say roll. Name ain't buzz, but the vibe feel known. Walk ain't sharp, but it still cut deep. Mood too chill for a climb that steep. Sleeve half turned like a late night note. Words half spoken, but they all just quote. Fit too light, but it reads like weight. No one called, but I showed up great. Threadbare thoughts in the VIP booth. No text sent, but I passed that truth. Belt too warm, but it hugged like flex. Scene too wild, but I sat like next. Break. Crowd got quiet when the frame turned side. No hook play, but they all just ride. Glass too smudged, but the glow stay vivid. Table too shaky, but the seat feel rigid. Fans spin slow, but the wave went sharp. Post too short, but I left my mark. Words not loud, but the tone too thick. Fit stay still, but the clip felt quick. Hair not cut, but the line got hold. Light too white, but the tint said gold. No one looked, but the air got tense. Scene said budget, I read that dense. Plain shirt, gospel, no chain flash. Post so minor, frame went loud. Lean like sermon, no need cash. Zone turn gold when I stood proud. Click. Swipe first, worry later, that's the code. Dress too loud for a humble mode. Fun say no, but the fit say C. Card say maybe, that's rich to me. Swipe first, worry later, that's the code. Dress too loud for a humble mode. Fun say no, but the fit say C. Card say maybe, that's rich to me. Chain not real, but it shine on beat. Flick my wrist like the Ren on heat. No real plan, but I talk like vet. Didn't check price, I just pose and bet. Fruits on plate, but the fridge got none. Posted a meal that I borrowed once. Fit on fire from a thrift store bag. I walk through doors with a loaned out swag. Mirror too small for the pose I make. Check bounce hard, but the stance don't shake. Laugh too loud in the borrowed tee. They still ask who's he? That's me. Swipe first, worry later, that's the code. Ass dressed too loud for a humble mode. Fun say no, but the fit say C. Cars say maybe, that's rich to me. Swipe first, worry later, that's the code. Ass dressed too loud for a humble mode. Fun say no, but the fit say C. Cars say maybe, that's rich to me. Bar tab long, but I sip real slow. Left no tip, but I leave in glow. Didn't valet, just park nearby. But I tell them mine, no need to lie. Shades indoors with a midnight smirk. Tag still on, but I said bespoke. Dance off beat like I paid the floor. Didn't get in line, I just owned the door. outfit wrong, but the vibe so right. Talk so slick, it reflect that light. Didn't pay cover, but I passed with ease. They thought I rap, I just said cheese. Swipe first, worry later, that's the code. Ass dressed too loud for a humble mode. Fun say no, but the fist say see. Car say maybe, that's rich to me. Swipe first, worry later, that's the code. Ass dressed too loud for a humble mode. Fun say no, but the fist say see. Car say maybe, that's rich to me. Woke up late, but I claimed the day. Wore 2 brands that don't even pay. Said new drop, but it's old as dirt. Still took pics like I signed a shirt. Head too high for a balance check. Mind too rich for a broke boy flex. Didn't get far, but the looks had gone. One quick post, now the myth lives on. They asked where, I said here's the show. I stay in place, but the vibe still go. No gold teeth, just a silver tone. Didn't buy drip, just made my own. Credit max, but I laughed out loud. VIP wristband from a lost and found. Didn't eat much, still clean the plate, cause presents like mine, never second rate. Wore 1 sock with designer cap. They called it fashion, I let that snap. Didn't bring gifts, but I brought that flair. Swag too rare for a millionaire. Swipe first, worry later, that's the code. Ass dressed too loud for a humble mode. Fun say no, but the fist say see. Car say maybe, that's rich to me. Swipe first, worry later, that's the code. Ass dressed too loud for a humble mode. Fun say no, but the fist say see. Car say maybe, that's rich to me.
That's rich to me. That's rich to me. That's rich to me. That's rich to me. That's rich to me. That's rich to me. That's rich to me. That's rich to me. That's rich to me. That's rich to me. That's rich to me. That's rich to me.
Yeah. Never broke, just creative with my spinning. Order water, but the pose look like champagne sinning. Didn't RSVP, I just showed with a grinning. Shades on loan, but the light still bending. They wore gold, I brought myth to the linen. No receipts, just a presence that's winning. Jacket too loud for a quiet life. Labels don't know me, but they quote me right. Car got declined, I said it's a test. They not alike, wow, I passed the flex. Woke up broke, but the voice got range. I talk like a headline, culture exchange. Didn't buy drinks, but I raised that glass. Sipped on air and they still said class. Flight got canceled, but I packed like Star. Posted 1 pic, now I own that bar. Didn't bring cash, just curated steps. They opened the rope like I paid the reps. Never broke, just creative with my spinning. Order water, but the pose look like champagne sinning. Didn't RSVP, I just showed with a grinning. Shades on loan, but the light still bending. They wore gold, I brought myth to the linen. No receipts, just a presence that's winning. No stage book, but I still perform. Shoes from a cousin, but I made them worn. Didn't get picked, just acted like chosen. Stared real hard till the velvet opened. Fell behind rent, but the pose went viral. Caption said blessed, that's my survival. Didn't own time, just walked in rhythm. Every slow blink felt like a prism. Felt too long, but the loop say trend. Didn't have change, but the look don't bend. No invite, just arrived in glow. Left no mark, but the club said whoa. Never broke, just creative with my spending. Order water, but the pose look like champagne sinning. Didn't RSVP, I just showed with a grinning. Shades on loan, but the light still bending. They wore gold, I brought myth to the linen. No receipts, just a presence that's winning. 1 fork meal, but I made it luxe. Stared at the check, said I don't discuss. Didn't bring fire, but I lit that mood. Just vibe hard, now they call me rude. Watch too loose, but it hang like badge. Didn't book room, but I took that lounge. No schedule, just arrived on beat. They moved back when I fixed my seat. Didn't spend much, but I got that tag. Security look, I just nodded back. No stunt plan, but the light just hit. Reflection said, yeah, you born for this. Hair not done, but the frame stay wild. Didn't write bars, but I styled that file. No key fob, still made the beat. They asked what I drive, I said just me. Didn't wear chains, but I walk like weight. No door open, I shaped that gate. Swag not bought, it was grown and fried. Didn't mean flex, but it came outside. Silence loud when I left that floor. Didn't even dance, but the crowd want more. Didn't get paid, just made a scene. They said encore, I just said clean. Never broke, just creator with my spinning. Daughter water, but the pose look like champagne sitting. Didn't RSVP, I just show with a grinning. Shades on loan, but the light still bending. They wore gold, I brought myth to the linen. No receipts, just a presence that's winning.
Folding my shirt, but I pose like paid. Didn't buy fame, it just caught my shade. Shoes from nowhere, walk like a drop. They press play when I barely hop. No watch here, but I still got tick. No chains flash, but the next day slick. Zip from air like the scene too rich. Mood so off, it became the pitch. So light it bend the steak. Charged by glance, I drained the room. Didn't ask price, I set the bloom. Charged by glance, I drained the room. Didn't ask price, I set the bloom. Mirror don't lie, but it owe me tax. Pose so clean, it skipped the tracks. Fit don't cost, but the glance went high. Didn't even flex, but the frame said why. Linen on my sleeve like accessory drop. Breathe too calm, make the combo stop. Zone too slow, but the clap got pulled. Aura don't bounce, it's residual. Style so light it bend the steak. Charged by glance, I drained the room. Didn't ask price, I set the bloom. Charged by glance, I drained the room. Didn't ask price, I set the bloom. Buttons undone like a manifesto. Mood too sharp, they called it fresco. Voice came low like a late night feed. Didn't say much, but the frame picked me. Seats too stiff for the ease I own. Walk too slow, but the talk got grown. Whole fit wrong, but it move in sync. They blink once, already shrink. Bill unpaid, but the debt feel lux. Didn't send smoke, but they call it flux. Post too calm for the heat I breathe. Step so light, it been concrete. No spotlight, but the stance got frame. Didn't wear heat, but the crowd still named. Came too late, but I left too soon. Aura this rich, it cancel rooms. So light it bend the steak. Charged by glance, I drained the room. Didn't ask price, I set the bloom. Charged by glance, I drained the room. Didn't ask price, I set the bloom.
Style so light it bend the steak.
Shirt too wide, but it lay like